Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Well, October has been kind of interesting to us. We've been busy. Let me tell you, we've been very, very busy. I did go ahead and start working fields. I also spread some slurry around for a lot of our fields, and I've done pretty good there. That's treated us pretty good. But I took a venture. I don't know if it was the right thing to do. I don't know if it's going to make us the amount of money that we need to make, but we need to discuss it. We need to go through it, and yeah, it cost a lot, and I had to buckle down and sell a whole bunch of stuff, replace it with older stuff, take out one heck of a loan that will get paid back. Um, I did get us an old Farmall M to manage the water trailer, so I don't have to keep hooking and unhooking from it all the time. Now, I've already been out this morning and fed the animals and taken care of a whole bunch of stuff, but, well, one of the things that's changed is sitting right here glaring at us in the face. I went ahead and I traded off the New Holland, the brand new New Holland, for this late 1970s Versatile. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. It does when we get to the later end of it. If we come over here into the combine shed, wait, there's no combine. That's because the combine isn't over there anymore. It will not fit in that shed. I had to use this shed. That is one of the items that changed right here. You'll also notice that the 7320 isn't here. It's actually at the service shop. I'm having some work done to it. Really needed it too. We found this S670. Used, of course. It's not brand new, but we found it. It is in really good shape. Fire it up here just so you can see. It's in really good shape. Let's see. I think it's got like 55 hours on it. Nice, huge hopper extensions. Going to be really good for this farm. I mean, really good for this farm. That's just one. We got to go over to the other farm to really see where things have changed. Let's just show you. Let's just show you. It's easier that way. But I know that's an old girl, but you know, once you see what we did over there, you'll understand why. You really will. But I'll meet you over at the other farm. All right, everybody. Well, we're getting over here to the other farm, and you'll probably start to see some of the changes that have happened fairly quickly. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. First of all, let's just pull right over here, and we'll just park up here. That's a good spot. There we go. Okay. Well, the international combines, I got rid of both of them. And for this farm, because of the size and the openings, I found this used TR96. Nice, older combine. It's got some hours on it, but not a whole bunch. So this will work extremely well for our farm. And you can see it's in really good condition. Nice combine for the farm. The equipment over here really hasn't changed, but we had to plow up a whole bunch of area because we put up 2 sheds. And over here, we have our processing. I jumped on the bandwagon, and we have pellets being produced right here. Our own pellets being produced. I bought this Trex 600 tree shredder, and I shredded all the trees that were over in this area, and those trees are being processed right now into wood pellets. Here's the beginning of them right here. I've got one full pallet and a little bit, and we're working on some more pallets to come out. But yeah, this is why we did it. We needed more money, and the bank was only willing to loan us so much. And they said, you got crops that we could work with, but we want something a little bit more. We want you to put a down payment in. So I did. I went ahead and I put a down payment on it, and here we go. We now have this processing facility. We're going to start by clearing a whole bunch of these trees over time and expanding our field to accommodate those trees. But yeah, we had to tear all this area through here up. You can see where we laid the new gravel down, and I plowed around it to make sure it was, perfect and set. But yep, the pellets go in right here, and you can see them being fed up to there. They run through a special drying room, and they get blown up here down into the machine, pelletizes them, packages them, ships them, and they come out when they're done right here. And when they're all said and done. Now, we do have to buy these inputs. We do have to go get bags and pallets. And we've got a local source for that. So I pulled the trigger. The guy said there was a lot of money to be made in this, and I hope he's right. Because if we just wasted a whole bunch of money on this, I am going to be very, very upset. We built this little shed originally just for extra storage. But it worked out really good to hold the headers for the other combine. We're still not ready over here. Still not ready to harvest that field back there. I don't know. We still got one cornfield on our other farm, and then the rye field back here to get done. But I do know over here today we're going to try to go ahead and get this ground worked and get those old soybeans out of there. So we get to use the Alice today for a little bit. But yeah, we need to start working ground. Even if it is a little bit early to be working it, we've just got so much ground that we need to work that, yeah, it's just got to be done. I did get the Alice here was what plowed all that up, and it did a fantastic job. We used a little Mintill right there just to tear the ground up and get it ready. Okay. We'll just go ahead and drag our field cultivator up here and get to working on this ground over here. I mean, at this point, it's what we've got. We've got to work all of this under. And I'll show you what I did. I kind of did like I did over in my other farm. Whoops. We opened everything up so it is easier to work. I don't know if that's going to be a smart thing or not, but, well, we'll find out. There we go. Get her in the ground, and let's get to pulling this cultivator across here. I'm kind of in my rocks a little bit. I don't want to be in those, but I got to be right on that edge. Now that's not so bad. Good thing that ground right there is still pretty hard. But yeah, you can see we set it up pretty good that eventually we will have, I think, a fairly good stockpile of pellets to go to sell. And we set up a selling station down in town that they can use them. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. If we make a good profit for the people that have the pellet burning stoves and pellet burning grills, you know, might be all right. We might even go ahead and look into them ourselves. Maybe put a pellet burning stove at our own place and then reduce some of our monthly costs with our own pellet burning stove. You know, that would be kind of nice. You know, we're taking advantage of our own setup that we created, so I can't say as that would be a bad thing. It might help us cost-wise. But, yep, we're just going to let the old Alice go across here and work this ground. And you'll see where the changes have been made, where we've expanded a little bit here and there. But I went ahead and worked the outside of this field. There were some areas that were really, really hard and had a bad yield when we ran the combine out here for what we did get to cut. So, yeah, we're gonna work it. And then also where the corn was, it was pretty rough ground. So I went ahead and, you know, worked on it. Got it looking, I think, a little bit better. Whoa. Boy, sometimes that steering gets me. There we go. Okay, well, I'm going to get to this. I'll see you here in just a little bit. All right, everybody. Well, we're just ticking along here and making pretty good headway, I think. We, you know, we don't have a whole bunch of really other things to do but work some ground and kind of get things ready. You know, we're putting some nutrients back into this ground by folding this back in and under. I don't know if we'll get any volunteer from this or not. I hope not. But if we do, we do. And yeah, it's kind of going to be what it is. This ground is, it's pretty good ground by the looks of it. I see it's tilling under really well. You know, we're incorporating the stock and everything in. And if we get a good winter, this will be excellent ground next year. I think it'll be extremely good for us. But yeah, the old Alice is just a pulling away. I'm very pleased with it. Um, I think we're going to have to do a service on it here soon. It's sounding just a little bit on the rough side. Like, maybe it just needs a couple of little things, but we'll get a service done on it and see how, what we need, oil change, etc. Because I'm sure it's nothing major. When it comes right down to it, it's probably nothing major. So, I don't think it'll be too much. We'll just have to wait and see. I think we got maybe one more run down, and that will be it. We'll have this field pretty well scraped up and done. Seems to be pretty good on fuel efficiency. I'm impressed with that part of it. And this is a pretty good sized cultivator right here. I did not realize how big and wide this cultivator was till I actually got out here in the field. And it's just, the Alice just doesn't seem to know it. Now, it doesn't have all the boxes and the drag harrow behind it or any of that, but it just seems to have very little trouble. Even on these hills, just keeps right on a pulling and going. So, yeah, I'm actually very, very impressed by the old Alice here. I think it was a very good deal that we traded back for it, and I'm glad that we did. Let's see, I think we'll be good to go back here one more time. And should be good to go right there. There we go. I think one more trip down and that'll have it all done up. Kind of center myself here. Yeah, that looks good. I think we're going to end up just about right. That's looking really good. Man, look how nice that all smoothed out. I think we're looking really, really good this year. But let's hope we don't have what we had happen last year, where all this crop getting wasted and just getting basically rotated right back down into the ground. Now, I did notice my neighbor actually had some of his crop get lost. You know, the one that had the International that was sitting there for so long of a period of time? He actually lost some of his crop too. So, I was very surprised by that. In fact, ever since somebody came to get that, ever since somebody came to get his equipment, I haven't seen anybody there. Okay, let's lift this up. I think we're done. You know, this isn't our final draft over the field, so, you know, just kind of running across the field here with this folded up. We're not really going to hurt it. We're going to break the soil one more time before we plant after winter is over, so excuse me, my little bit of tracks I'm leaving, they're not going to hurt anything. I notice this is more of a powder where we actually, you know, did the deep tillage. I feel it sink in a little bit more there, but I think overall, yeah, I got a nice setup here. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to have to go price out some of those filters and see how much they are, because we're going to have filters for this. And it looks like, you know, it looks like here our field cultivator, it's, man, we're losing a lot of paint off of it. I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily, and I don't think it's anything that's going to hurt us. But I suppose we probably going to have to do something about that here soon. It's looking pretty rough. I mean, it just kind of like I don't know, like, I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of like there was water droplets or something on it, before they sprayed it. Maybe I don't know, but we'll see if we can't get it fixed up and go from there. I think it's, yeah, see, the tractor just needs minor service, but I think it needs massive service, to be honest. So we'll get this put away right here, and yeah, we'll probably go back over to the other farm, check on our progress with the production over here with our wood pellets. There we go. Let's have a look with our wood pellets here, see how they're doing. Yeah, looks like they're just chugging along nice and steady. I believe they're doing pretty good. I'm eager to get this back out again and get some more, but I got to finish what's in the storage hopper there before I can get some more wood pellets actually produced. It's going to be kind of a slow process, I think. But anyway, we'll go back over to the other farm and see what we got going over there. So I'll meet you back over there. All right, everybody, made it back over here. Let's just park up right here. I think that'll be good. There we go. Well, over here on this side, we just need to basically do the same thing. We've taken care of all the animals, and I'm going to try to just run this thing the rest of the day, I think, is just get out there and get this all worked under. This has actually been a pretty good investment here on this tractor, I think. I don't think it's that bad of a deal. Ooh, gotta watch out. This is of course, much larger tractor, but really the horsepower isn't that much different than what we had with that brand new New Holland. Now, one nice thing is I don't have any DEF, and this is actually proving to be a little bit easier on diesel consumption, which, I'll be honest with you, surprised me greatly. I did not expect this particular tractor to be a little bit easier on diesel. So that's actually a positive for us, and I think it's a good thing. We'll go ahead and start lowering it down. We'll just start work right up here on this wheat field and work our way around to the other fields. I think that'll just work to our benefit. There we go. We'll just lower her down in the ground and take off. I mean, this thing has no trouble whatsoever pulling this. It just handles it like a champion, and away we go. I mean, don't get me wrong. What we had before worked perfectly fine. It's just we had to change it up, and I had to go old school in order to progress forward. That just how it ended up working out. And I honestly do not know if it was the right decision, but I did at least find, even though it's, not as new, a very, very nice versatile that, well, be honest, seems to be able to get the job done no problem. It's older, but it works. I can't complain. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Ooh, I don't know if I'll get that corner. Nope, I'll have to come back and get that corner more properly here. Okay, let's back up into this corner. I mean, I know somebody's taking care of this because... Ooh, how about I actually get back into that corner? How's that? I know somebody's taking care of this because it runs way too good to be, you know, as old as it really is. And it is. It's old. So, you know, it's seen better days. But long as it gets the job done, I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. There we go. Let's see here. A little tricky getting in these corners. Not bad. A little bit, though. Don't want to get his corn. I'm right up against it. Let's not get his corn. He'll probably get mad at me for that. There we go. I think this should get it. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and just keep cultivating away here, and yeah, I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Well, everybody, we're just making a headway. I think the shanks down there, the sweeps that are under the ground, are getting a little bit worn out. I noticed it's not quite pulling as well, and they're starting to get a little thinner than they were when we started. So might have to go here in just a little bit and actually put on some new sweeps that are, you know, those sweeps are running just under the surface of the ground. That's what's happening there, and they're basically destroying the roots of everything that's down there, sweeping across and just cutting them. That's kind of how that works a little bit. I mean, it's not the best description ever, but it's the basic premise of how it works. So, you know, on a basically a basic way, it's, you know, the best I can really give. Ooh, I might have got myself into trouble there. Let's go ahead and put those down, and let's come across this way. Give us some more room. Man, this little area down here is kind of a pain, I'll tell you. But, you know, we're not too far away from finishing this field. And then we're going to go to the house and do some maintenance. Just, you know, minor little things. Top this off with fuel. See if I've got any extra sweeps. See how many of them are bad. Replace any of them that are bad so that, you know, it won't be a problem. But, you know, for the rain that we've had, look at the dust that we're kicking up. I mean, we've actually had a fair amount of rain, and I am kicking up one heck of a dust cloud. So that right there just tells me that we need more rain. You know, I mean, don't want it because it's hard to get things done, but when it comes right down to it, We need the rain in order to settle the dust and get down into the crops and make the crops grow. So it is important. It really is. Now let's see, where are we on fuel here? We're still above half a tank. That's not bad at all. I think we're doing really darn good. Of course, this does have a massive tank. You know, it's one nice thing about these versus some of the other tractors is they do have a much larger fuel tank. There we go. Raise that up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Straighten her up so we don't twist a tine. Yeah, that's something else I don't want to do either, is get too tight of a turn and end up accidentally twisting one of those tines. Because it's pretty easy to do. I mean, that shank that holds the sweep, you can twist it. Or also, we called it a tine. But yeah, you can twist those pretty easily, and they are not something you want to mess with and have to replace all the time. They are just no fun. Look at that, we're almost done. I can't wait. I am ready to be done with this field. You know, I love these fields, but man, are they a pain in the backside, because they're odd angles, odd sizes. I mean, yeah, we can't just go right through the pond. That would be nice. Lord, I wish we could go right through the pond, but that will never happen. That little last bit there. There we go. Main thing, we just want to stop these weeds from growing. Get this basically straw back down into the soil. That straw will help retain moisture if we get rain, and keep that moisture in the ground. It also will biodegrade and provide a nutrient for the soil. Did we get it all? Can't tell. I can't see. Well, we'll circle anyway just in case we didn't get it all. Nope, we did. Look at that. Got her finished up. That wasn't too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and fold this up. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty rough. Let's have a gander here. Oh, they're not too bad. Looks like there's one up there on the outside. Outsides typically wear a little faster, but the middles here look pretty good. Yeah, that one up there is looking a little thin. And we're losing a lot of paint. That black paint must not be very good, because it's disappearing very, very quickly. Alright, let's hop back up in here. This thing's kind of noisy. I mean, the older the tractor, the noisier they are, it seems. We didn't care about hearing back then. What'd you say? Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, but we'll get back over here. We'll have a look at it. Top off the fuel tank, because those fields over there, you know, if we get halfway through them and they're not working right, we don't want to have to fight with it, you know. It's just not something that we want to do. It's just won't be a good situation. Really won't. So, oop, I missed a weed out there. Look at that. Little lone weed stand, and that's okay. It won't hurt nothing. Like I said, we're going to go over these fields again. So, it's not like they won't be ready to be planted when it's time. That's not going to be that big of an issue. But yeah, and you know, something that surprises me that I was talking to everybody about is the neighbor over here. We'll go by it. He planted all those soybeans, and none of them out there are viable. They all went dead. That's all withered soybeans that he planted. And like I said, nobody's been here to check on them, work, harvest, nothing. So I don't know what's going on out there. I guess we'll just find out over the next little bit. Um, yeah, it's kind of unusual, to be honest. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up here and we'll just top off the fuel. Boy, there's a lot of fuel in this thing, yeah, I'll tell you. There we go. Oh, nope, almost. Ooh, we might be getting low on fuel in our gravity feed. We might have to get more. I wonder how much that just, what, about 300? Okay, let's move over here. And let's see, I think we could set that down. It would be just right on the edge, wouldn't it? Let's fold it down and have a look. Right on the edge of the concrete. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, I can hop out here and then I can do some work on this and get it taken care of. But anyway, I'll go ahead, work on that for a little bit. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.